Devil's Stay is a Korean exorcism horror movie. Now, I knew nothing about this film. I just saw the poster at the movie theater, decided to check it out. This one is a bit different than your usual exorcism film. There's only a couple Korean exorcism films out there. There's Metamorphosis, which is about a demon that wants revenge on a priest that exorcised at one time. There's The Priests, which is pretty good, and then there's also one more called The Divine Fury, which is like a mix of MMA fighting, comic book style horror kind of exorcism movie. That one more physical. This one is about Dr. Cha. He is a brilliant surgeon with a daughter. However, she dies after an exorcism gone wrong. He's mourning the body, and they're having the 3-day funeral when something sinister is happening, and he thinks maybe the daughter's still alive, but there's something left inside the daughter. There's also a priest named Hae Sin. He's got his own emotional baggage, and he was the one there, so he's got an emotional and personal stake in this as well. Devil's Stay is innovates only in a few ways. First off, the acting's pretty decent. The main story is unique and hasn't been seen before, and there's some interesting stuff going on with the climax there. Some cool, interesting storytelling. However, the rest of the movie is not good. It's very cliche, it's old hat, it's stuff we've seen before. A lot of this movie's conflict comes from the dad. He just has to make a decision and he can't. There's a lot of dilly-dallying, a lot of wasting time. Some weird humor trying to put in there too. The acting does keep things afloat, but there isn't much of a story. In fact, they kind of pepper in a lot of flashbacks to sort of flesh out the characters and give you some character development and fill in the holes. But they also slow down the pace of the 3-day funeral as well. There's a few chilling moments here and there, but overall the tonal shifts near the end of the movie sort of turn it around too much, and it definitely feels like it could have been a little bit more different. Mainly a visual look. You know, whenever you watch something like one of the Conjuring movies or a Korean horror film, they're not very subtle with the visuals. You know, a possessed person will like scream and like have blackened teeth, dead corneas. They'll be like twisting around like a rag doll. It all looks really similar to The Exorcist. They're trying to copy the OG, but that movie was in 1973. Exorcism movies nowadays, they should try to be more subtle or do something new. The world building in this movie is all over the place. It's just, there's like black slime on people and things like that. It's really weird. The plot doesn't make sense sometimes. Sometimes they're just making up plot as they go, but they're keeping it in tune with the original Exorcist. Different movies have different rules, like the Blade universe. There's even a speech where Blade says, like, garlic doesn't do anything. It's sunlight, holy water, or holy water doesn't do anything. It's silver and sunlight, and that's it. And that's that. And then this movie just sort of makes up its own rules as it goes along. So the cast does a good job of trying to keep it afloat, but the movie also has really bad pacing. The movie's only like over an hour and a half, but it feels a lot longer, and it's not very satisfying. There's not enough thrills. Overall, it's just what we've seen before, too familiar. They try to innovate in a few areas, doesn't quite make it. So I give Devil's Stay a 5 out of 10.